So I'm the retail marketing manager at Goodwill of Greater Washington, and part of my job is to write a fashion blog, and that fashion blog focuses on vintage and contemporary fashions, with a special emphasis, of course, on what is found at Goodwill. And we have found, over about a year and a half of having the blog, that vintage fashion is very popular with our readers, it's very popular with our shoppers. And people love that they can go into Goodwill and find an amazing vintage piece for a fraction of the price they'd find it at a pricey boutique, you know, in Georgetown or Alexandria, someplace like that. So behind me I have two exquisite examples of gowns worn to inaugural balls in the 1960s. The pink dress to my right was worn to Lyndon Baines Johnson's inauguration, and the gown to my left was worn to the inauguration of John F. Kennedy. These are unique for a multitude of reasons. First of all, they are handmade, which is very, not rare for that time period, but rare for the style of gown. There's so much detail that's gone into the construction of each of them. So another unique piece of history regarding these gowns is their provenance. They were made and owned by Jane Quisenberry Wirtz, who was the wife of Willard Wirtz, who was the Secretary of Labor under John F. Kennedy. So she was a regular fixture of Washington society and was called by one of the local major newspapers one of the great self-dressed women in the 1950s or 60s. She was known for making her own clothes. And these are two excellent examples of what she made. I still have the patterns, the Vogue patterns are still extant, and she wrote in her extremely neat cursive on each of them what inauguration they were from and what the fabrication is on each gown. And while these gowns may sell for a few $100s each, the great part about this is that anybody can walk into one of our 8 DC area Goodwill stores, find a beautiful gown off the rack. It may be vintage, it may be brand new, and it's only going to cost them about $15.98. We have things for women and men in our stores. I did a quick scope of our Glebe Road store yesterday. I found 2 immaculate tuxedos. We're talking satin lapel, satin stripe down the side. One of them's Ralph Lauren. They only cost $29.98. So for men, that's easy. Even a tailor can fix up a tuxedo for you in less than 24 hours to go, right? So you're out $30, you've got a tuxedo for the night for the men. You need a crisp white shirt, a nice tie, no problem. Polish your shoes, okay, guys? That's a general rule. I'm just putting that out there. For the women, there are a few different options. We always have dresses at our stores. Always have a lot of dresses. Why? Because people are bridesmaids all the time and they give their dresses away. You think a bridesmaid's dress is too wedding-y? Not necessarily. There are a lot of beautiful strapless gowns you find at a Goodwill store. This is a good last-minute dress. Still has the tags on it. Never been worn. So originally retailed for $400, $15.99 at Goodwill. So we really are accessible for everybody. And at the end of the day, that $15.98 or that $300 goes to support our mission of training and employment for people with disabilities and disadvantages.